Hello, fellow Cravers, and welcome to another GD and Cajr Predicts. This time we are doing WWE Survivor Series 2015, also known as celebrating the 25th year of The Undertaker. As always, you have me, GD, and I am joined by Cajr. How you doing, Cajr?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well. I've been better. If people haven't noticed, we're not using 2K15 anymore. Well, we was hoping not to. So, welcome to WWE 2K16, where we found out about, what was it, 5 minutes ago? That we
Yep.
can't really do tag team matches in a private with just the two of us. You can play tag team matches, but they randomize your partners or your opponents.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to try something different for the first match, which you can see here is Kane and Undertaker versus two of the four members of the Wyatt family. Caj can't see it, but we're going to let computer play it. So the match is going to start now. Ooh, Survivor Series, that was pretty. You know what? I prefer it like this. This is nice. Got better graphics. So, Kaj, we've been hearing about this since, what was it, Hell in the Cell, where Undertaker got taken away by the Wyatt family after his match against Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been building up. Well, we knew that there was going to be an Undertaker match because of it celebrating 25 years of him.
Yeah.
Do you think this is a suitable match for it, or?
Well, I expect it to be the 5-on-5 because you've already got four people in the Wyatt family.
Yeah. So they
You
could have
easily
added
made it a
another
4-on-4,
person. Yeah.
or just a 4-on-4.
Well, the thing is, we do know that there is going to be a traditional Survivor Series match, 5-on-5. But as a recording today, which is Wednesday the 18th, so it's the Wednesday before Survivor Series, we have no idea who's in that match at all.
We can only speculate.
We could only speculate. So, yeah, it's kind of, everything has been kind of honestly messed up a little bit since, well, they were going to do Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, weren't they? But unfortunately, Seth Rollins ended up getting really badly injured during one of the live events in Dublin the other week, which I feel sorry for the guy because he, as much as he's a heel, people are not supposed to like him, but he is a really good wrestler. For someone of his stamina, he's all right in my opinion. So hopefully a speedy recovery for the guy. It was rumours is 6 to 9 months. I think it's not just messed up Survivor Series, it's messed up, what's it called?
WrestleMania.
Oh god, yeah. It's messed up, they've said it's messed up all the way up to WrestleMania. Because I think they were going to be doing Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins through that whole time. But anyway, The Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt's... Undertaker and Kane versus Bray Wyatt's match. Who do you think's going to win? I've got a feeling it's going to be Undertaker myself.
I think it's going to be Wyatt's.
You think it's going to be the Wyatts? Okay,
Yeah.
Explain.
Because they've built. I think they're trying to build up Bray Wyatt to be his Undertaker's successor, and the way the only way to do that is to get the win over Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
Because Undertaker doesn't need to win anymore.
No, he doesn't. But then again, at the same time, I'm thinking it's a celebration of the Undertaker. Do you think this? Where do you think this match is going to be? Do you think it's going to be the last match or the middle card? It's not going to be the first match. I know it's not. We're only doing it as the first match.
They've said, have they? But I could see it being main event because of how much they're pushing it being 25 years of the Undertaker. But I could see it being probably
just before
main event.
Yeah.
Just so.
Well, the thing is, other matches that we have got coming in the Survivor Series, we've got the two semi-finals of the World Heavyweight Championship and the final as well. And we've also got the Divas Championship, Charlotte versus Paige. After, well, like I said, we'll talk about those matches later on a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you think this might be Undertaker's last match?
No. I think he needs someone like the Kane with him. I don't think he can do good singles matches on his own anymore. I think he's reached that age.
Yeah.
I think they're going to end up doing a Sting Undertaker match at some point.
What, Sting versus Undertaker?
Yeah. I think they'll want to get that match in there at some point, just because everyone's been saying for years it should happen, and it's basically now or never. But like I said, I think he'll be pretty much limited now to tag team matches majority of the time.
Yeah. Well, things like I said, I don't know what condition he was after the Brock Lesnar match in Hell in a Cell. I think he was in a better condition than he was of the other two matches, by the sounds of things, because he didn't collapse.
Well, we don't know, do we? Because he got carried
out. Yeah,
he was still carried out. All right, this one was storyline carried out, but he still got carried out.
But then again, compared to the other ones as well, what was it? 2 weeks, and he was back, pretty much. So 2-3 weeks, and then he was back, wasn't he? That was fun. Just standing there in front of the Wyatt family, just looking at them, and then the lights go out. And the thing is, this is what I like about it. It's very supernatural feeling with this match as well.
Yeah, it's very back to the Attitude Era when it was all about different kind of gimmicks like that, over the top gimmicks. Which when obviously Undertaker.
But these are the kind of gimmicks that I don't mind. Because you've got the classic gimmicks with the Undertaker and Kane, and then you've got the new age.
Yeah, but like I said, the gimmicks nowadays, they're all a play on the character. It's not like a full character gimmick, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Heath Slater's gimmick is the rock star, but it's still Heath Slater.
Where is Heath Slater gone anyway?
Who knows? But do you know what I'm saying? You've got Dean Ambrose is the lunatic.
Yeah.
But it's still Dean Ambrose. I mean,
the more realistic, in other words.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to Attitude Era, and some people went through countless gimmicks with countless name changes to go with it. I mean, Hardcore Holly, he was originally, I think, was he a racing driver gimmick called Spark Plug?
Yeah, Spark Plugs.
That was his original gimmick, and then he just, whatever happened after that, I don't know.
I remember one of them having a gimmick as a dentist. I wonder what happened to that guy.
Did he get his teeth rearranged? I couldn't resist.
I heard he put on a mask and now he's terrorising the world. But yeah, I know the thing is, we've reached a point where it's more realistic when it comes to the gimmick side, but the gimmicks are still there. It's like, well, look at the Shield as well themselves. Their gimmick was that there was like a sort of like mercenaries type of thing, in my opinion. And then, and I think
you can do with things like that. You can do it, but like I say, with someone like the Undertaker, I mean, I'm trying to think who else there were around that time. Who had stupid over-the-top gimmicks.
1990s.
Well, Mankind was an over-the-top gimmick.
Yeah, but everyone respects him. That's the difference. I think he's got split personality.
Dude, little Cactus Jack.
I swear there was another one.
Yeah, and Mankind.
Oh no, after Mankind. Oh, and then it was just Mick Foley, wasn't
he? Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think in WCW, you had the Shock, someone called the Shockmaster turn up at one point.
Did he break through the wall and fall over?
Yeah, his helmet fell off. He's famous for that thing and that thing.
One thing.
But back then there was no internet, so you could have a person play a character like the Undertaker that has. They couldn't find out about him. You couldn't like go on Twitter and see what they put on Twitter and post on Twitter. You didn't really know the person. Whereas now it's like, because of Facebook and Twitter and all that and the internet, it's basically you have to use the person.
Yeah.
You can put certain gimmicks into play, but you can't have another Undertaker kind of thing.
No, you can never have another Undertaker. The thing is, as much as the thing is with Bray Wyatt, all we can say with him is that just be yourself. Do not try and be another Undertaker. That was close.
Yeah. I mean, Undertaker and Kane, they came through the Attitude Era. So I know Bray Wyatt's trying to take elements of the thing, but they're not over
he's got
top
his
like
own.
they were.
He's creepy hillbilly. A cult.
Yeah. Yeah, cult leader, isn't he?
Yeah.
But you know, any old Tom, Dick, and Harry could be a cult leader. In theory.
In theory.
So, but not, you know, doing what Undertaker and Kane did with the fire and the lightning and all that. That's they've carried that through the Attitude Era. If they start up today, they wouldn't get that. I don't think they'd get that kind of gimmick. Because it'd be like, what doesn't work anymore because the fans are knowledgeable, they know stuff.
Well, I think it's because, like I said, it's been 25 years of The Undertaker. A lot of people have been talking about The Undertaker, and a lot of them were on about how over the last 25 years, how not only has the WWE changed, but how culture has changed, and how The Undertaker himself has actually done something that not many people can do. He's adjusted to the times. The thing is, talking about The Undertaker, he's had many gimmicks of himself. He's had the original.
He's only had two.
Well, he's had two. He's had two that
he's had the Dead Man, which he evolved further into the Dead Man persona. He evolved the Dead Man character, but then he had his badass character, didn't he?
Yeah. The thing is, that's what it was.
Really had them two gimmicks.
Yeah. But the thing is, that's the thing. He evolved over time, and that's how I think he still came relevant for the 25 years.
Yeah, go on.
It's like, I think if he didn't have that badass era, do you think we would be celebrating 25 years of him? Because I think that it would have gotten stale by then.
Yeah, I agree with you there. It's one of those, I think he needed that badass era because
to actually
it freshened him up a bit.
The streak cemented it, yeah.
Because he was the badass, he could talk more cycle and all that. It gave him a freshness, and he could do things he couldn't do with the Dead Man character with regards to storylines.
Well, would you say that the Undertaker that we have now is like a combination of them both, of the badass and the Dead Man?
No, I'd say he's Dead Man, but he looks like the badass character because of sorry.
It's all right.
Because of his age, basically.
Yeah.
If you look at his head, his hairline's receding slowly.
I think so.
And to be honest, I can't understand why. I think he must dye his hair to have had the grey.
Yeah, come on, he does dye his hair. You can see it's dyed.
It's jet black.
It's jet black.
Jet black.
Anyway, mate, the match is over. The Undertaker wins on here. Like I said, so you think that the Wyatt family's going to win? I still think that the Undertaker and Kane, just because of it being Survivor Series, I do not think this is the end of this.
I don't know, because it all depends on, because we don't know anything about Undertaker's plans after Survivor Series. Usually, there's rumours on the internet saying Undertaker's going to be at the next pay-per-view, which will be, and that he's going to plans are in place. But at the moment, there's nothing about his post-Survivor Series plans.
But is it going to be TLC with something else added to it again, like they did last year? What was it? They added stairs or something.
Yeah.
But
what else can they add? Barricades.
Casket.
Barriers.
They could add a casket.
That could actually be a nice way to end the feud between Wyatt.
No, a buried alive match.
That would be the
And
best way
shovels.
to finish them two.
So anyway, we're going to move on to our next match, which is going to be
Divas.
no,
Is it? No.
it's I think it's going to do one of our first semi-final matches actually.
Oh yeah, Roman Reigns were in it.
Yep. So let's go over to that match. So anyway, yeah, starting with the semi-final matches, we are going to be doing Roman Reigns versus Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio is a custom created because of the fact he's not in the game.
Yeah, because he only came back at last pay-per-view.
Yeah.
There was no plans to bring him back before then.
Yeah. Anyway, let's start the match. Boop. So, what do you think of this tournament, Caj?
Well, I called it before the tournament was even started that it was going to be a Roman Reigns Dean Ambrose final.
Well, 1 minute. Remember, we've only got to the semi-finals at the moment. You're calling it is going to be a Dean Ambrose Roman Reigns.
There's no other way they're going to do it. They're going to thing it. There's no other way. It's going to be them two. If it's anything other than them two, I'll do something stupid. But you know, it was kind
we
of
can
obvious.
organise that. You know that we can organise that, mate.
Yeah, I don't declare what I'll do that's stupid. But you know, they made it so obvious when they showed the bracket and they showed Roman Reigns at the top on the left, and you got Dean Ambrose at the bottom on the right. It's like he's at least put one of them in the middle of the thing, just to try and find them. And then they left some people out. They threw the likes of Kalisto in there and Titus O'Neil, but then they didn't have a single New Day member.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The thing is, it would have been nice to see some of the New Day because they are, at the moment, centre of attention. But then again, have they not thrown New Day in there because of the traditional Survivor Series? But they would have had this planned already.
They didn't have to get to the final. They wouldn't have got to the final. That's the thing. Kalisto hasn't got to the final. Titus O'Neil got knocked out in the first round. You know, you can still have them play their matches on Raw.
Who was Titus O'Neil fighting? Oh, Kevin Owens.
Yeah. I mean, you had Tyler Breeze in there, and it was his first match, and he lost. Did he lose it?
Yeah, he was facing Dean Ambrose.
Wasn't it? Yeah. So it's like that's his first match, and you basically throw it away because he goes to fight against Dean Ambrose.
Welcome to WWE. Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
why would you put Tyler Breeze in there? He is pretty much
he was always going to lose,
and he's exactly.
He was always going to lose. You want him to do at least. You know, he had this feud with Dolph Ziggler. He could have carried on beating Dolph Ziggler, but now he's performing this match, and it's like, well, that's just lazy.
Well, anyway, let's talk a bit more about these two competitors that we've got on the screen. Well, like we said, Alberto Del Rio, he's back. I think that was a bit of a surprise, in my opinion, with the what's it called, the Open Challenge last month.
Yeah.
Because I think you was on about thinking it'd be in Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan? That sounds right.
Well, I said that would have been a good way to reintroduce and carry on the legacy of what John Cena done with the title.
Yeah, and now we've got Mex America. I like to point out, I just want people just sink in your mind there. It is Mex America, isn't it? It's not America.
Yeah.
Just sink it in your mind. Mex America. He's basically teamed up with Zeb Coulter, and now he's. I don't. This feels forced.
Yeah, it's hard. It is hard to. But the thing about Del Rio at the moment, they don't know. He doesn't know what he's supposed to be. I don't think. Is he supposed to be heel your face? Because he's saying things to make him a heel. But then he's winning his matches clean. He's not cheating to win.
No.
He's not attacking opponents after match. All right, he did against Neville, where Jack Swagger come down.
Yeah.
On SmackDown the week, but that's the only time. It's like he's not a full heel.
We're not 100% sure what he is at the moment. I've got a feeling he's going to end up heel. I think he's going to have a feud.
I think he is supposed to be heel,
Swagger.
but like, well, I think the feud, to be honest, is going to be Cena when he comes back.
Please, stay away for a little bit. At least come back not until next year. Be a surprise at Royal Rumble again. That was fun.
But I would like to see Jack Swagger come back to being used again.
Yeah, I do too.
Because
I
he's
do miss the
been away for. I mean, it just freshens it up sometimes when he gets, because you've had the same people wrestling for months now.
Yeah.
And you've got the likes of Jack Swagger doing nothing. I'm trying to think of somebody else. There's somebody else who's not really wrestling at the moment. I can't think.
Later.
But you. Well, yeah, you could say that. Throw him in there. Give the matches something different. I mean, you could, if you want to. R-Truth's another one. I know he had a match on Raw against. Who the fuck were it now?
I think this match is over.
It was a squash match.
Yeah, the match is over.
Well, I think Roman's going to win that match anyway.
Well, Roman's did win that match, and I do agree. I think he's going to win that match. That was actually fun to watch. So anyway, there we have it. According to this, Roman Reigns is going to be going up to the final. We think he's going to go into the final as well. Yeah, he's going to be in our final. So our next match will be do you want to do the other semi-final now?
Might as well.
Yeah. So our next match is the other semi-final, which is going to be Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Just see some of the replay highlights. This is nice. It's going to put
What did it spear him?
Oh no, Superman punch. One of my favourite moves. Well, yeah. So, I am stretchy. There we go. Just stay there. 1 second. So anyway, yep. Time for the next match, which is the other semi-final match. See you there. So anyway, here we are. The second match: Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. The other semi-final, which
Dean Ambrose is going to win.
You think Dean Ambrose is going to start the match?
Like I was saying in the last match, it's so obvious who the finalists are going to be.
Yeah.
Because there's no other two people at the moment who
stand out through the whole of the tournament.
Yeah. Well, not just that. Who before the tournament you could say could have made it a championship run. I mean, the only other person at the moment who could even come close, but he's got zero momentum, is Sheamus.
We forgot about the Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Yes.
But that would make the whole tournament completely obsolete. He wasn't even in the tournament, was he?
Nope.
No, he wasn't. Oh yeah, he was. He was. He faced Cesaro.
Did
he? Yeah, he got knocked out in the first round.
Alright. I can't remember. It was that many.
Oh, it was it was during Raw Want It with the whole Wayne Rooney thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I say, you've got Dean Ambrose and Rollins were the only two. Now the thing that they're going to need is a huge swerve. Basically, one of them's going to turn heel.
So who do you think will turn heel?
I think Bucky's favourites at the moment is Roman Reigns.
Really?
Personally, I think it's going to be Dean Ambrose.
I think more Dean Ambrose, yeah.
Like I say, I've heard a lot about Roman Reigns turning, but like I said, Dean Ambrose can fill the void of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was a very, very good heel.
Yes,
he was the top heel. He could talk. He had everything in the ring. He could do. He was heel. Roman Reigns, I don't think he can replace anybody as a top heel. He can be a heel, but he can't be the top heel.
No. The thing is, that's the thing about Seth Rollins. What I like about him, he is good at what he does. He is a great.
Yeah, Seth Rollins could be a great babyface as well. I'm not saying he's destined to be a heel. He could come back.
But he's one of those rare ones that could do both. Which is
the thing is, the thing about Seth Rollins, he could do his own talking.
Yes.
He didn't need to rely on anybody to get the heat for him. He could do his own talking, which he did many times. So,
well, think it this way. Now, like you said, we think that it's going to be Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns in the final. Now, like I said, one of them will have to turn heel. It makes more sense just for story-wise. Now, if we say it's Dean Ambrose, like you said, he's perfect for it because he can talk the talk. He's a great talker.
Yeah, and and what he actually does sometimes can be sometimes.
He's a dark face.
Yeah, he's like a Randy Orton. He can play both roles.
Yes. Well, okay, I've got a question here. So we've said that we think it's going to be Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns. Now, what if there is an upset and Kevin Owens gets into the final? Do you think he would deserve to be in the final? Do you think he deserves to be the champion?
I don't think the title is going to go on to him purely because he's still got the Intercontinental.
Is that the only reason?
I think he needs time to get himself to main event and world title challenging.
Well, we can see that he'll get there, yeah, definitely.
Away, but I think it's too early for him. I think it's a case of he's got the Intercontinental title. Let him have a run with his first title on the main roster.
Yeah.
Have his storylines.
When this still technically his rookie year in the main event. Yeah. When did he come in? Oh yeah, he came in. Extreme Rules,
was it?
Yeah, our first pay-per-view. So he's not even been a year old. Yeah, he's done quite a lot for someone who's Well, he's mainly been against John Cena.
But I think before the Seth Rollins injury, I think they were teasing him and Dean Ambrose feuding.
Yeah.
I think because they were having some altercations and matches against each other, and obviously then that went out the window when Seth Rollins got his injury.
Yeah, not Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, sorry.
Yeah.
So I think that was going to be the feud going forward for the rest of the year. Then that's had to be put on the back burner because of the injury in the world title picture. But I think Seth Rollins' injury couldn't come at a worse time.
I know, because there's so many people who are out at the moment. Well, we know John Cena's out.
John Cena's on leave.
Yeah.
So,
you got
Brock
Randy
Lesnar. He's on limited. Randy Orton's injured.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
But then again,
Undertaker is not main event. He's world title worthy anymore, I don't think.
No, I think he's basically, he can still main event, but he main events because it's the Undertaker, not because there's a title on the line nowadays.
I mean, there is people who I think could be contenders, but they need to build them up a bit more. I mean, Bray Wyatt could end up being the champion in the next 12 months if he's handled correctly, if they book him right and all that. I mean, you've got Sheamus who's going to be a champion in the next 6 months because of his Money in the Bank.
Well, look, we'd like to point out, more than likely he is going to use it right, but we have had times where, I think there's only been one time where it hasn't been used right.
I think there's twice where the Money in the Bank winner hasn't won the world title.
And one of them was John Cena.
I think one was Damien Sandow because he went to the match and put his Money in the Bank on the line, I think.
Yeah. Well, I know.
I think he won it. I think Sandow won it at Money in the Bank. Then he put it on the line in a match following pay-per-view and lost, basically.
I think.
I don't know.
Well, I know that the actual contract has been on the line before. I think was it Mr. Kennedy faced Edge or something like that, and he put his contract on the line, and Edge won. So
I think Damien Sandow did the same thing.
Yeah. So the contract has been lost before, but I don't see Sheamus doing something that stupid. No, I mean, he's clever.
There's a few people who, if you build them up right, could be world championship. Kevin Owens, keep doing what they're doing with him. He will be a world champion contender by end of next year. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's basically you've got to book him right, and when he loses
Well, there's one there's one guy that there's one guy that we always keep on mentioning. Kevin Owens wins.
Oh.
Yeah. Cesaro.
Yeah, I love Cesaro last few months. I have to say, when he was in his tag team, I never were a fan. And then he started having matches on Raw against John Cena for United States. And that's when I thought, what a good wrestler he is.
Well, it's like even in the the tournament, he's shown how brilliant he is as a wrestler, and I do feel sorry for the guy that he is underrated in the WWE.
He's underrated, underused. I mean, whenever a wrestler leaves WWE, they always point out Cesaro as the man who should be in the main event picture.
Yeah,
he should be. I mean, all right, he's not the most charismatic guy. He doesn't have. He's not the greatest on the mic. But
I think that's what they're roaring with at the moment, is that he's not the greatest on the mic, but he's a great wrestler.
He's a great wrestler, yeah.
He's entertaining. The thing is, if they can make Roman Reigns a main event person, they can do it with Cesaro.
So, I think management have slowly started to see his thing, because they put him in better and better matches.
Yeah.
Like, he fought Roman Reigns on Raw. I've not actually seen the match yet myself. I've been busy doing other things, so I've not watched Raw yet. But apparently it was a brilliant match.
It was a brilliant match. So,
like I say, he's doing brilliant match after brilliant match.
So, anyway, we think that Dean Ambrose is going to win this match, but because Kevin Owens has won this, we are going to make that as the final on our thing. It is going to be Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens as our last match.
Well, it won't be much of a prediction if you substitute the man who won for the man you wanted to win.
Exactly. So that's what our final is going to be for the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. It's Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. But before we have our final match, we have another championship match, which we haven't done for a long time, the Divas Championship, which is going to be...
I think we should point out at this point that there's other I think there's going to be a tag team match going to be added at some point.
That's a good point. We've got to mention that, yeah. So we think that we know that there's going to be a traditional Survivor Series match, which we have no idea on this day, Wednesday the 18th of November, who is going to be in that match. I wouldn't be surprised if we won't know until the Sunday. No, look.
The one thing I was thinking about, as well, Survivor Series is usually where they debut somebody in it.
Yeah.
They usually debut somebody. I mean, Shield debuted on Survivor Series. Undertaker debuted on Survivor Series. You know,
Do you think someone else is going to debut?
Yep.
Who?
No, it could be a return, but I'm thinking more of a debut. I'm thinking, because I've heard rumours he's been backstage recently. Finn Balor.
Oh.
He was. I think when they were over here, it was spotted backstage on Raw. Didn't I? Because everyone thought it was going to be in the tournament.
Yeah.
But obviously that didn't happen.
That'll be interesting. Yeah. So, like I said, there is some matches that we can't do our predictions of because we haven't got all the data, or we don't even know if the matches exist yet.
I mean, as far as we're aware, we're going to have no US title match or Intercontinental because the champions are
because of the semi-finals. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I doubt they're going to make everybody do 2 matches in a night.
You do know how the tournament works, right?
Yeah, but you're not going to have
You're not going to make all 4 of them, yeah. That's what you mean.
Yeah, but you're not going to have them lose a match and then have to defend the title.
Yeah, they don't really do that much often. It's not like they did on.
It's only happened once recently because of
because he had 2 titles. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to the next match, which is the Divas Championship. Like I said, Charlotte versus Paige. So, anyway, just before we do our final match, which is the World Heavyweight Championship match, We have the Divas Championship match. Championship match. I said it right. To get through first. So we have Paige versus the champion Charlotte, who, if you can see, is custom. We have had a moan about the Charlotte and certain other people not being put in the game before. So lucky for us, we can now have custom divas with WWE 2K16, which is a refreshing start to it. So anyway, let's start the match, beginning now. So this match has gotten very, very personal, hasn't it?
To be honest, this match, I've lost interest in the Divas matches again.
Have you?
Because they just, I think when they labelled it as a revolution, and they shouldn't have labelled it. They just said change is starting now, and then slowly push the revolution bit. Not say, right, this is now a revolution. We are starting a revolution here. Right, no, you're not. Because it's just, you've got Charlotte as a champion.
Yeah.
And up until Raw, they've just gone, from what I gather, you've only just seen her first character development as champion. So it's her first interaction with Paige, basically. It's like, you're champion, you need to develop and be a champion, and but it's like Paige has been doing all the legwork from this feud, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, the thing is, Paige has been there. She's been in Raw and SmackDown a lot longer than Charlotte, hasn't she? But then again, you would have expected her to. She's not the best champion. I'm going to be honest here, Charlotte.
Well, she's not really wrestled since she won the title.
Well, yes, I think she's had one match, and that was defending the championship or something.
So
and that
was
Hell in the Cell.
I think the good thing about the Divas Revolution, I'm going to go on a bit sideways on the Divas Revolution.
Yep.
They've had actually put a second storyline within it. At first, it was all about knocking Nikki Bella off the title and all that. You had these 3 teams, and then it was like, that's the only storyline. You've got 9 people involved in a story, and you've got one storyline.
Yeah.
And then you had all fans shouting, we want Sasha, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But now they've had this Natalia versus Team Bad thing. So that's...
It's slowly evolving its way.
Yeah, but I think they need one more storyline in there. And I think one person I've enjoyed watching when I've watched her is Becky Lynch.
Yes. Definitely.
She's quite enjoyable. It's high energy, all that. And I think she needs her own story. I think being on the edge of the Paige Charlotte thing, it's not doing her any good.
Well, it's
she
not
needs
just
her
that.
Own storyline.
We said that it's 9 people were involved at the beginning of this whole Divas Revolution thing. And we're at Survivor Series now, and about 5 of those 9 people are still doing something. Well, we've got a whole team that's not done anything this whole time.
We've got the Bella Team Bella.
Well, we've got an idea.
Injured, isn't she, at the moment?
She's injured. I think at the same time she's also she's probably having leave as well with John Cena. So, and with what's it called? Oh, damn it, Brie Bella. She's probably the thing is they're probably having a break. You gotta think they've been probably competing for over a year, nearly a year now, haven't they? Most of them without a break.
Well, you're talking about them having a break. They were both in Paris during the recent...
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So they're still doing the touring side of it.
So
they're not...
I think
hard.
It's difficult. The thing is, we want the Divas division to flourish more. We want it to see it flourish. It's just struggling.
I think, I think the problem with it is right from the word go, they turned around and said, "This is a Divas Revolution." They should have never done that.
No.
They should have just let it. Said, she'll just turn around and say, we're changing it. We're changing how the Divas division is run.
Yeah.
And don't call it a revolution from where God just did nobody any favours.
Exactly. The thing is, what's it called? Let us call it a revolution. Don't you call it, let us call it.
Well, not only that, let the women in the ring make it a revolution by changing how matches work. Because originally, I think some matches were like 30 seconds longer in Divas division. It's like...
The thing is, don't give it a title. The thing is, it's... Most things stick when the fans start it up. It's like, for example, the We Want Sasha. That's by the fans, isn't it? The Fandango thing. That was the fans. That was us. That was the English. Remember that. The British did that.
You're welcome, world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean... Yeah, let them in the ring make the revolution, not stating it on Raw and saying, this is a revolution. Because if it gets stale, which it did, and they are slowly bringing it back, but it got stale because, like I say, it was nine people, one story.
Yeah.
Got a bit...
well, it kept on being pretty much the same match over and over again, didn't it? It was either, it's a tag team, or it's a tag team match, or it's a, no, it's going to be a tag team match. Okay, I get it. You want to do tag team matches with the Divas. Good for you. Anyway, we never actually said this, but who do you think is going to win this match? Paige versus Charlotte. You think Charlotte's going to win? I
think it's because it's the first title reign, and I think she's basically only had it for one pay-per-view where she held it. I think she's going to have maybe 2 more months with it at minimum, because I don't think they like to take a title off a new champion very quickly.
No. Well, the thing is, there's one thing I do think Charlotte's going to win this match, but there's one thing that I want to mention, and it was from Raw this week. If it's in the story, I'm guessing, but I think it did get a bit too far with what was said there.
I heard about this. I heard about talking about her dead brother, innit?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We don't know whether she's been told to say that.
Yeah, but
or she's just doing it on impulse.
That's the thing. If she did it on impulse, then that is taking things a bit too far. But at the same time, if it's the WWE telling her to do that, there is lines you cross. Worse, really. That does make it even worse.
But then again, I'm guessing something like that will have been okayed by Charlotte and Ric Flair.
Yeah.
They all said, "Look, this is what we're gonna tell her to say. Are you okay with this?"
I think it's one of those. Yeah, I think it's one of those things at the moment. It is. This is the darkest moment in this probably feud.
I think it's better if Paige being a heel as well. I think that suits her more.
Oh God, yeah. She's not a. She's a good face at times, but she's better a heel. No,
she doesn't play well with us.
Which we like.
When she were doing TPCB, I think it was a case of when does Paige explode? And sure enough, the moment after the Raw after Charlotte won the title, she explodes.
There it was. Yeah.
Then she was saying she was still friends with him. Then she turns on Foley again. So,
the Paige way. That is what. That remind me of when she first started.
There you
go. The match is over. So, according to this, Paige wins. But then again, like I said, it's a custom diva, so take
she won't be set up right.
No.
Won't be like fully set up.
But we both think that Charlotte's going to win this match anyway. Yeah, I would be happy. I think this is going to be a good match. I'll give it a chance because they are. Okay, they're not best. Charlotte's not best with the mic at the moment, but she is a good wrestler, and Paige is definitely a good wrestler. So it'll be interesting to see how this match goes.
I think they need to throw. I think Sasha needs to get a chance, and possibly even Becky Lynch.
The only way I think Becky Lynch could get a chance, though, is if Paige wins it. I don't think Becky Lynch will
Well,
be
no, I think they could do a storyline where Charlotte rewards her friend with a title shot.
And then it gets into jealousy and stuff. Yeah, okay.
But, well, they don't even have to go down that route. I mean, I think Roman Reigns quite a few months ago said he's going to win the world title, or it might be Dean Ambrose, and he said his first title defense will be against his brother. And they were saying they're basically going to defend the title against the other one, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. So they could do a storyline where it's like friends defending against each other.
Here's your winner and the new Divas Champion.
Title. So anyway, it's time for our last match, which is the World Heavyweight Championship final, which is going to be Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens. After Kevin Owens beating Dean Ambrose in the semi-final quite well, and Roman Reigns beating Del Rio after Superman Punch and a spear.
I thought you said there was no spear.
There was a spear at the end. I just enjoyed the Superman Punch. That's what I said.
I asked you to win by spear. You went, no, Superman Punch.
Anyway, let's go. So here we are, our last match, the final of the World Heavyweight Championship. Are you looking forward to this, Cajr?
Yeah, I just want to interested to see more what the swerve will be.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm more interested to see what the swerve will be.
Yeah,
basically who's going to turn heel.
Yeah.
Because one of them's going to turn. One of them's going to turn on the other.
Well, like we
whether
said...
it be during the match, whether it be after the match, who knows?
Like I said, before we start this match, personally we think it is going to be Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose. The reason why it's got Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens is because Kevin Owens did beat Dean Ambrose in our prediction. But I would be happy with this match as well. So let's begin the match. Beep. The thing is, this would be a brilliant match. I still think Roman Reigns would win it.
I don't think to be honest, I don't think it's a match for the main event of the pay-per-view.
You think the Dean Ambrose one would be better?
Because Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens has never even been tested on Raw. I don't think they've actually met in a match. So you don't even know if they can actually make a good match with each other. In theory, most people should be able to make a good match against anybody.
But that's just in theory, yeah.
But imagine throwing someone like Kevin Owens, not Kevin Owens, Mark Henry versus Neville. How do you make that a good match? One's a lumbering brute and the other one's a fast guy.
But then again, we have had, like I said, we have had matches where
I'm just saying,
we have had the small guy. Look at Rey Mysterio. He ended up being one of the most famous ones of winning the World Heavyweight Championship.
Callisto on SmackDown the other week.
Against Ryback, yeah. So it can be done. It's just
it can be done, but I'm just saying
by
certain styles, certain people could, because of either physical or style, might not mesh well together. And I can't see personally. Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens is, you got Kevin Owens is more
technical.
I would say. Technical, and you've got Roman Reigns is more of a brawler.
Yeah.
So
where most of us wish that it was more of a powerhouse.
I mean, I'm not saying that they can't make a good match, but it's not. I don't think it's yet to be a main event of a pay-per-view,
it needs to be tested first. Yeah, well, it
needs to be tested.
Got to remember here. This is Survivor Series. This is one of the big four in the WWE calendar. You know what? I'll give them the dues. They've done brilliantly for recent changes that they've had to do for a huge pay-per-view like Survivor Series. I think the tournament idea is actually more interesting than what they were going to be doing, I would say.
Well, we don't know. We don't really know what they were going to do because nothing had really been started. Fortunately, the Seth Rollins injury happened at the start of the month, just after pay-per-view, didn't it?
Yeah.
So it was like...
we knew it was going to be Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, because he won the number one contendership. Yeah. But I think Kevin Owens, they were building him and Dean Ambrose into a feud, because they had a few matches on Raw and SmackDown, I think.
Yeah.
and they were building that, and then obviously, then Seth Rollins injured himself, and it's like, oh crap. And everything was out the window, everything they were building towards.
Well, it does feel like
I think Del Rio would have probably been fighting Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
But they've actually had to put everything back because of this. Well,
it does feel like they have thrown most things out the window because of this whole thing as well.
Well, they've had to because, there's, like I say, we've got no tag team match at the moment. That's more. I think that's going to be the Usos versus the New Day.
I've got a feeling that's going to be the kickoff show as well.
No, I don't think you have your titles defended on the kickoff show.
I don't know. They have done it. Wait, no. What did they do for WrestleMania? They did the Under the Giant thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not a main title.
That's WrestleMania as well. So that gives it a leeway.
Your titles. I mean, that's a one-off tournament. Your title has to be defended on pay-per-view, in my opinion.
Well, the thing is, that's something we haven't said. Because it's Survivor Series here, we don't. It's got to have some kind of kickoff show match, hasn't it? Being one of the big four, it just makes more sense.
Yeah,
but we don't even know what that could be.
We don't. At the moment, we don't know who's going to be in the traditional Survivor Series match. Never mind the kickoff show. So it'll probably be a case of a match thrown together at last minute. About basically they'll go backstage and say, "Oh, you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. You're in a match. Get outside." It could be just a case of that for all we know.
Well, either way, the thing is, I think this is the reason why it's been kept so quiet online, because most of this time we've been able to look at other places for information on this. Nowhere has any information about the traditional Survivor Series match. If there's any other match, it was only announced yesterday. But you would have, if it was announced yesterday, it usually means that it was announced on SmackDown, wasn't it?
Not necessarily. They could have announced it by WWE.com.
Yeah. Okay. But you know what I mean. Usually we would have been able to find something about this. They do not know what they're properly doing at the moment. It feels like, but we trust them. It's upsetting for us because, like I said, for our prediction stuff, we've got to miss these kind of things out. But it happens. I think that much. Is that it? No, it's just
seriously, that's not it. Right, because I've got something I want to mention about the actual final match.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one thing we've not really touched upon about the World Championship thing. Triple H.
Okay, carry on.
He's been going around because he tried to recruit Roman Reigns, he tried to recruit Cesaro, he tried to recruit Del Rio.
And Kevin Owens.
I didn't know, but you know, the only person he's not really gone to is Dean Ambrose.
You're feeling that there might be a reason because of that? No, I know what you mean. Out of the four people who are in the semi-final, Dean Ambrose is the only one that hasn't been spoken to. Yeah. By the way, the match is over.
Roman Reigns or Kevin Owens?
Roman Reigns. Well, Kevin, it was a good fight. But that's okay. I've got a question here. Now, we said that we think it's going to be Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose. Do you think Dean Ambrose will be walking away with the championship then? Or do you think Roman Reigns is, and then he's going to double cross him after the match?
I think if they want to keep pushing, I think what's best for WWE at the moment, in my opinion, is a Dean Ambrose heel turn.
Dean Ambrose heel turn, yeah.
Because he's the better heel, I think. But it's a case of it helps Roman Reigns in a sense, because if he double crossed by his supposed brother, then he's going to be get more sympathy from the fans, which is going to get him over a bit more.
Do you know what I'm thinking here? Is just swapping one Shield member for another Shield member.
That's pretty much what they're doing.
That's what they're doing. It's the Shield show.
They're the three main men at the moment. That's the thing.
Yeah.
They're just plucking them just because they're Shield members. They're because they're good wrestlers and they're popular.
This is the thing that we've got to point out as well. We mentioned this. The Shield pretty much introduced themselves at Survivor Series as well, didn't they? I think it was Survivor Series.
Can you remember who introduced himself last year?
Last year? No.
Who made his WWE debut last year at Survivor Series?
Was it Kevin? No, it wasn't Kevin Owens because it's this year. I can't think off the top of my head. Who was it?
He didn't actually wrestle, but he got involved in the last match.
Was it Sting?
It was Sting. His first time ever on WWE television.
Oh God, yeah, because it was the John Cena versus the Authority.
John Cena versus the Authority.
Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah. So anyway, that is our Survivor Series predictions. Thank you for joining us. Sorry that we haven't got all the matches. Like I said, we've got certain matches that we couldn't do. But yeah, our next pay-per-view is TLC, where I'm actually slowly going to see what date it is on. It's going to be December, if you haven't figured that out.
18th, I think. Ring the bell.
Oh, don't be that. There's probably going to be one of our last recordings before Christmas. Let's have a look. TLC. Yeah, it's just... All it says is that it's going to Boston, Massachusetts, the TD Garden. It doesn't give an actual date.
There.
Boston. Oh, we're going to have a Fallout theme.
No. Who's from Boston?
Dean Ambrose?
No. More specifically, West Newbury, Massachusetts.
That sounds extremely familiar. West Newbury, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you've been hearing it for probably about 15 years. I'm waiting for a penny to drop.
The penny's not dropping. Just tell me. I'm trying to wrap this up.
Let me see another clue. You can't see him at the moment, but...
Yeah, because there's Roman Reigns in the middle of the ring holding the title.
You just did... That went way over your head.
Yeah, it did,
Who
actually.
can't you see?
Oh, fuck off. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We will see. I know who. John Cena.
Yeah.
Fucking dick.
Can't see him at the moment. That went well over your head.
Yeah, it did. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, our next pay-per-view prediction will be for TLC. Until then, thank you and goodbye. Oh, hi, dog. Bye-bye.
Turning it around, it's Kofi Kingston with the reversal.
Wow! Look at him go! What a hurricanrana! There's the pin! Can his opponent...
Where are you going? You know what? Go ahead, do it. Oh, no, okay.
That's a move that'll disorient you.
What the hell?
And I think he's begging him to bring